Omaha Public Schools teacher convicted of stealing from a nonprofit is now facing a lawsuit. It's from the Nebraska High School Press Association. They're suing Angela Wolf for that money they say she stole from them. Wolf was sentenced last year to 3 years probation for claims she stole around $76,000 when she served as a treasurer for the education group. Investigators found she forged checks and made ATM withdrawals to cover groceries, online shopping, and streaming service subscriptions.